Hi everyone. So in the other video, we talked about this whole thing about getting out of your own head and how much our thoughts can interfere with our sound flow and eventually with us being able to sing well. This goes really far. It goes so far as one of the things that I hear the most from people is that I'm afraid to sound bad. I'm afraid that my voice will crack. I'm afraid that I'll be out of tune. I'm afraid that it will be too loud. The results of our sound matters to us so much that we will very often stop ourselves in the tracks in advance, yeah, and not actually go for it, not actually sing properly, not allow ourselves to sing freely because of that fear of what's going to come out of my mouth. Yeah. And everybody almost has that fear. Literally, I know two people who don't care. Okay. Everybody else cares a lot. And I'm no different. So I totally get it. Here's the thing, you can say all day long, get out of your own head, and I can give you some tools to, release those things that hold you back from creating airflow and basically displaying what you were supposed to know, right? What you just learned from your teacher to actually do it and not stop yourself. But there is something even cooler about this, yeah? If you are a person that has this perfectionism, right, that you don't want to make a sound unless it's good, on one hand, there is room to get over that and have the different mentality that will allow you to actually sing so that you can start the exploration journey with your with your voice. But you also have that need to sound good, and you have that need to improve, and you have that perfectionism and that high standards, right, that until now were holding you back. I want to show you how this tendency and like need is actually good for you, or can be channeled to do good things. So here's how it's done. If you sing a phrase, first of all, you do the thing when you get out of your own head. How do you do it? You manage to sing through a phrase without stopping. And if the thoughts are there, this is ugly, this is bad, whatever, just ignore them and keep going. This is something that you can practice, and we have tools for that. We have more tricks for that. So when you manage to do that, after you sung the phrase, then you think back and you say, okay, I was trying to do a certain technique. Let's say, for example, release my jaw. How well did I do? Yeah. And then you do the game that I call rank and scale it up. Here's when you get to be critical with yourself and harsh and perfectionist. Here's how it's actually going to help you, because until now you would say, oh, that was bad. Period. How are you going to use that? What good is going to come out of that? Absolutely none. But if you decide, okay, how well did I do on scale of 1 to 10? And then you get to give yourself a really bad grade, like 2 or 3. That's great, because now you're going to scale it up towards the 10 and you gamify it. So you just go again and you say, okay, now that was a 2. I'm going to go for a 4. And maybe it won't be a 4. Maybe it will be only a 3. Maybe it'll be 2.5. But check you out. You just improve yourself by just doing one more take. And you use your need for perfectionism and your high standards and your self-criticalness that was detrimental to your progress. You just use that to your advantage. Yeah? So no worries, guys. If you're an overthinker, if you're a perfectionist, you will get that beast in you properly fed, and it's going to fuel your progress. If you're going to come to the masterclass and let me show how it's done properly, then you'll be able to channel those needs for good. So that's all I have to say today, and I hope you have a good one. Bye for now. Enjoy singing.